So just a quick for you as well. Jamie who's just joined. I am going on a call. I don't know how long I'm going to be. I'm hopefully not going to be too long. We're about to open. These are the lines where I'm going along from. Essentially, do as I do and keep your size small, mate. Yeah, and I'll be back on as quick as I can, but I'll be typing in the chat as well as trading at the same time. Essentially, I'm just wanting us to take out the tops. Here we go. We are opening.
Stop field. Order filled.
back. I'm going to take it there because I can re-enter. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take profits. Take profits, take profits, take profits. 1,500 on there. Oh, beautiful. Chat to me. Obviously it can go a lot higher. I just want a setup on the 1 minute. Get a setup on the 1 minute, and then yeah, just get that set up if we can get it. Just another one. And then take some negative 23 scalps. PAs are off. You should. And can you see that? Or is that? No, God, no, that's only the OBS that sees that. No. So I did just flash up the other accounts, but no. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that pink line. Look at that pink line that I drew. I mean, come on, bro. That's crazy. $7.30s is where I'm saying. $7.30s is where I'm saying I'm going to go. $7.30s. $7.30s, yeah. 423 now. Big up yourself, John, man. Big up yourself. You still on? You know, you've got no need to be on. You've got no need to be on. Get off. Lock the accounts. In fact, you're on Apex, aren't you? So you can't lock the accounts, but you know what I mean. And you've got to wait until tomorrow to put the process in. Jim, did you catch that? Did you get that trade? I'm aware it needed room, but what a move! What a bounce! I'm a little bit annoyed. I could have done it. Look, I keep chatting shit, but I keep look at that line. That line I put. I move that line. Look where it snaps back to. Control Z. That is where I wanted to buy from. When I go down to the 1 minute, look at that. Fuck. Got scalps of it. Needing 220 to get 200. There's nothing wrong with that. Make me laugh. I say this every time. I sound like a broken record. But it took me over a year to get a funded account. Didn't get paid on it. Didn't get paid on the next one. I don't think I got paid until my 7th. It was probably 2 years. If you think it took me over a year to get one, and I just kept blowing them, how much money do you think I invested? Insane. Worth it when you start flipping the script, but it's painful, man. You've got to go through. You've got to endure some pain. Fuck. 3 weeks. It's insane. Are we going to get another go here? I'm just here to see where it goes to see if you're right. What did I say? Did I say 730s? Yeah. 730s, 50s, 62. Yeah, that should feel good. That should, Jamie, you know. Actually, when it's not good, no, because what you'd have done is taken one trade, and then that trade had been a loss. Then you're like, I'll just get that trade back, and that never happens in them sort of days. It's a horrible, vicious circle. You know, when you take a loss, like shit, get it back, take another loss, shit, then take a trade, then get a bit back, and you go, oh, just take a bit more. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. You can tell I've still got the scars listening to me talk about it. I think one of the biggest things is entering on one contract, entering small. Even though I ended up with 3. Yeah, I ended up with 3. Here we go. It's fucking popping. It's popping. Not going to get a chance to get in. But listen, we've got to be happy. We've got to be happy with what we've got. Hi. That was the overnight low. Why did I mark that? Yeah. Because when I've done it in the past, I'd get bored and try. Yeah, you try and you look like it's gambling, isn't it? I suppose this is gambling. I suppose I'm gambling if you think about it. No matter which way you do it, but you're doing it with an edge. That if you lose, it doesn't matter. That is the biggest catalyst that you need to get over. That is it. Enter the right size, trade with an edge. It's okay if you lose. 70% of the time, I won't. I'll win. So it doesn't matter. So what I'm doing now, as you know, with some of the changes that we've made, is... Did I show you? I showed you my 20 accounts, didn't I? So now I'm ensuring that the risk to reward is better as well. I am not... You know the up and overs where we're doing the negative 23 runs? I'll do it here because I know it's going higher. If we set up here, I'll do it. But on the other time frames, in the other setups for it, I am not going to do it anymore because the risk to reward is off. That one yesterday, that one last night, I put the picture on. I drew where it was going, what it was going to do, where it was going to go before. No, I'm not taking it because I don't know how much it's going to come down. And past 4 o'clock UK time, I do not want to be playing around with it. This is where I'd expect it to come short of this high to low, because we're at the 50. You can see that 50, dead easy to see. So now, something like that, you draw that on there, so it comes down, it hits 50.62, it sets up, it runs through to the negative 23, which is at the 38, 733. It's almost like it's a match made in heaven. 730s, it's right there in front of your eyes. Doesn't have to, it can run straight there. But how clean would that be? We've hit that 50, that pushes us short. This fib comes down, hits that 50, and we run that full 38 of where I said I would like to trade to. That'd be insane. Also, it's worth noting, I gave you a setup yesterday, initial balance. Let's have a look at that today. We opened here, we dropped. Interesting. We opened here on that candle and we pivoted here. Why did we pivot there? 3 o'clock. To the minute, boys. To the minute we span. To the minute. So why did I get in early on those levels? Because it was a point where it could have gone long. I gave it enough room, it was all good. What I should have done here is backed my arse, added probably one more contract, and it was the line, it was the level, and it was the right time. And I didn't add because I was in enough contracts to the new rulings. So now the initial balance range I taught you yesterday. High, low, it's the other way this time, it's a short, 50. So now if this continues through, I expect this to come down, but then it could get a little bit choppy before it decides which way it's going to go. The problem with this initial balance draw that I showed you how to do yesterday is today our bias is not short and the initial balance has gone short. So they cancel each other out, yeah? So we're expecting this to go higher, not continue shorter. Doesn't mean it won't, you just need to work on probability. They need to both coincide. So if I was short on the day and this shorted, I'd want this to short. I'm long on the day, no matter where from, so I don't necessarily love this. Oh wow. Oh wow. One minute view up broken at that one. And look at the time as well. We're 25 minutes into that hour. The back half of that hour is where it usually moves. If you get a pivot on the 3 o'clock UK, consolidate a little bit. Now let's see if we can see if it starts to move in whatever direction. See if it makes it dumb obvious for us. If it makes it dumb obvious, then we'll get in it. Jeez. Pressing the wrong buttons. There's my phone. Same. Same shit. Different day. Oh man. Mm.
There's a spot in my heart.
Shut the fuck up, man. No. See what today brings, guys. No.
Remember, this is not just a story.
Order filled.
Remember,
Order filled.
this is not just a story.
Order filled. Same shit. Different day. Same shit. Different day. Same shit. Oh, really? Popping above? Popping above, popping above. By the way, just coming back to your 220 to get your 200, that's really good. That's really good. $220 ideally, with the way that we've eliminated some of the other noisy trades. I mean, it's a shame. Yesterday and the day before, if you was on, you'd have done that by now. But it's not worth thinking like that. If that gives you any FOMO, then that's shit you need to deal with and get rid of. Because, like I say again, the way that we're trading now, it's just probabilities. We've eradicated some of the negative, probably all of the negative risk to rewards. I'm not going to take any more, guys. There's just no need. If I come into the market, yeah, good, exactly. If I come into the market and I see one setting up, like I see one setting up last night, fair enough, different yesterday, I'd already won, was already in the green. I'll just not trade that day, because I know tomorrow, the next day, is going to give me a positive risk to reward. Positive risk to reward, 1 micro, we can get $200. If I really, really like it, and I will, and it comes down, and I add one, then it's even more, isn't it? I'm in a 150k, and I was only in this for 3, and took one off early. 3's like my maximum probably on a 150k now. It'd have to be very special circumstances to not. Bearing in mind, I've got a $4,500 drawdown under $5,000, and for every $1,500, rough rule of thumb, you should have 1 micro. Roughly, that changes circumstantial based on setup, etc. Obviously, and then tighter risk to reward. I mean, put it this way: if I had waited and on that my pink byline there, if I had just waited for it to come to there and said I'm not going to go long until 3 o'clock UK time, that'd have been an absolute wild entry. God, I'd have loved that. I'd have been dreaming about that. said to Pete the other day after, because he's blown his accounts, bless him, because he got annoyed with missing out. I said to him, it's the worst time to do that. It's the worst time to but you need to take a break. But hopefully he comes back and removes that FOMO. Because you could have done that, Jamie, quite easily. The last 2 days have been really good. You could have done that really easily. And I kind of wouldn't have blamed you, because I used to do that all the time. And there's so many times you make those mistakes, it hurts. It hurts a lot. There comes a point where you're just like, fuck this, man. I ain't doing this anymore. So we dropped into a little bit of lower time frame consolidation here. I do expect us to pop short before we hit that target where I've drawn it. We are above some VWAPs. It's just, I'll show you why we're consolidating now. Major drop, pivoted right on the 3 o'clock and right on my line, which is basically, even if you didn't know how to draw, where to draw those lines, you just draw a fib, and where is it? It's in between the 50 and 60. So essentially it's still the 50. And sometimes if you look at the 50, it's getting a bit messy now, let me just make this clearer for you. So the 50 there, I bet if I go on the hourly, no, 4 hourly, no, daily, okay, so it's a daily which holds from a body candle. So yeah, I'm expecting this to come a little bit short. Come away from there. So now we've hit the 5 minute VWAP there, look. I need to run some stats on when we break the 15, because when we are below all of the VWAPs as well, all of them, which we was, and I'm looking long. I am longing into them. But when we've broke the 15, broke the 1 more or less, we've not broke the 5, but I need some stats. Broke the 15, broke the 1. How often will it run the 5? Broke the 15 only, you know, how often, percentage. Broke 15 and 1, what's the percentage of it in the 5? I would say that's high, as like really high. Broke them all, what's the percentage within a certain time frame of staying above? That's some homework for me. I need to do that. Make a note of that. There'll be some interesting stats. Here we go. Let me just put me fit back on. There we go. Here we go. All variables within time frame. And obviously that time frame is just going to be the first 90 minutes of the open, because after that it's going to majority of the time slow grind to its target anyway. If the trade hasn't happened, then its trend should still be to a draw in liquidity. So yeah, it's good. I'm happy for it to take as long as it takes. Spot on. Spot on. That's why I've got these 20 accounts and I'm only trading one micro on them. Yeah, they're gonna take time. But I should reap some massive rewards. Yeah, no, yes and no. So once they've all turned, once like, because some of them appear, some of them are funded. Once they're all funded accounts, and they're all eligible. If I take 2k out of all 20, it's 40k, right? Yeah, sweet. But then I'm only going to have, I think it's 500 or 600 drawdown, which isn't ideal. In fact, no, that's wrong. No, that's wrong, John. I'm lying. They're not 50k. Some of them are 50k. Some of them are 25k. The maximum I can take out is 1500 on majority of them. So let's say my maximum to take out is 30k. If I take 30k at the minimum level, the accounts can go at. So, just watching how this plays. Where's the 5 minute? 37. Okay. If I take that out 1500, I'm going to have like $100 drawdown. That doesn't work. If I take 1,000 out across them all, yeah, that more or less works. So that's 20k. But if you make $500, if you make that 10k, and then you've only got to make another $500, and you've got 1,000 drawdown when you're only trading one micro on a positive risk to reward. Probably makes more sense. Although saying that, one of my friends has done that recently and recycled the accounts. I don't know how many times, a few times, I guess. And they're going to be. It looks like they're going to kick him off. So with that being the case, I don't know. It might be a case of doing a 10 and then pushing them to a point of doing a 30 and then probably having to call it a day. I don't know, or 2/3. I don't know yet. Not there yet. It's going to take time. A couple months tops. Oh, I like this long, you know. I like this long. I like this long. I like this long. I'm going to try one, and if it fails, it fails. Obviously, John, you can sit this one out, but... Dude, where's my fucking trading view screen, you div? So gonna need a so potentially staying greens. No, I said 730s, didn't I? So I don't think. Am I risking it? I'm basically risking profits, aren't I? 145, so I can leave myself scratch on the day 150. Let's do that. Let's just do that, guys. Easy, innit? No dramas. Doesn't matter. If it breaks the tops and you need $200, I'd probably add. I know it's annoying to leave yourself 50 down. I know that's probably not the right thing to do, but it's moving really nice. It's moving really nice. Oh, what's that do? So good. So good. That means that essentially we're probably going to head up here if this works, but we don't want to do that. And we'd definitely go to that negative 23, so... Fucking wish I was quicker on the draw there. What was I doing? What was I doing? What was I messing about at? What was I messing about at? What was I messing about at? The safe one, the safe off here is there, guys. The safe off is obviously the tops. I don't know what that is. Why do I keep looking? Why do I keep seeing things? Oh, do you know what? Let's just be dead conservative with this. Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, so yeah. So what is that? Tens. What's it doing? Technically, possibly E there. Technically, possibly. This essentially, I should have been more switched on for this, because when you get that drop, when you get that pivot at that 3 o'clock, and if you don't catch it, even though I had all the markers there, this is the trade you would have took. So you wouldn't have tried to catch the falling knife. This would have been the trade that you'd try to take. And yet, to be honest, you'd probably run it, you'd probably try and run it into a negative 23. You probably would. But I mean, if you're super conservative, you're taking it off at the tops, then 22s, then 31s, then 46s. And if you've got balls, you're probably pushing it to that full halfway back at 782s, which it's got room. It's mad. I'm up $50 per account on the Apex, and that means I'm up $1,000. How insane is that? $50 is $1,000. Crazy. Yeah, proper mad. Proper mad. So I don't want no messing about. I don't want no choppy shiz. I want us to rally. Ideally in the next 15 minutes, right? And you guys know why. I don't need to tell you. Don't need to tell you. I don't need to tell you the why in the next 15 minutes. Dude, where put my phone? No idea, but my watch will find it. There. See if we can come and retest another level. See if we get a bounce off. Going for another here across all the accounts, so $23 down per account at the minute, overall about 100. Seeing if we could take it off. I'm going to go 730s actually, probably not 740s, but we'll see how this goes. So, hello, mate. All right.
Hello, you alright?
Yeah, you.
Aye.
Good.
All sorted.
Yeah, all sorted. Yeah.
Alright, Kitty's okay?
Yeah. They're back. They're safe. It's all good.
Right. Just a quick one, just to give you a bit of an update at the back end
Yes,
there. So
please.
basically, we went around the bit of test runs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
TPE don't want to do a test run for 95.2.
Okay.
Basically, because it's too difficult to do. Getting a new trains, access, drivers, whatever else.
Okay.
So Lewis, I was like, oh, fucking hell, that's a winner. Lewis went, well, I think you should be doing one. Fuck's sake. Oh. Anyway, so what was agreed in the end is we're going to do a soft start.
I was going to say soft start. Yeah.
Yeah, so the compromising is a soft start. We'll load a unit, run it around for a week, and then go from there. So yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
the fucking I still cannot believe it, me. CSDE has got no commercial agreement in place for us to put it on the fleet. Bearing in mind, we've had that pit for how long? March last year.
I know.
With all the CSD requirements, and now the commercial team's saying, until you pay for it, you're not getting it. We could have done all that work,
Because.
and then we don't get money for it.
Yeah.
So we're off the hook, because basically that's going to take months for that to come in, to get an agreement on how much that's going to cost. So said to Will, so go, because then Aaron at the end, like a Columbo moment. Well, but by the way, is there anything else that you need? I thought, for fucking hell. Well,
Fuck.
there might be in the future. Says, but listen, if you do that, pit 15, can we say we've done, and we create a new 16 and just refer back to the CSD requirements in 15, and then we're done, because everything else should be delivered then in this next update.
Good.
Yeah, can do that. But he is still going to send you a performer, an updated pit, based on what the latest change has been that went out on the fleet. Because at the end of the day, it's out of date already. SDO isn't 2.16, it's 2.19 refitted. Yeah, well, I'll give you that, and then I'll give you another one once we've updated the SDO performer for this issue on the previous station stop. Perfect. Right. Let's do that like then. Because basically he wants a point in time where we say that's what we had delivered underneath this PIP 15 version 3 as it will be now. Then we'll get a version 4 for the previous station stock. So yeah. Alright.
Yeah,
So there's no
okay.
test run to arrange. I did talk to Lewis afterwards. He still wants a static. There's quite a few things really where George has answered the question with Ian Thistleton, and it's not very clear.
Well, Ian didn't. Yeah, well, Ian didn't think it was clear either. Talking about lessons learned, this, that, and the other. So yeah.
No. Well, so to Lewis, you can see how Will acts. He gets confused in. Well, this is what we're doing. No, it's not that. We're doing this. Oh, right, okay. So you got to be really careful what you say and what he says. Listen to what he says, because if he's wrong, you got to tell him that's not it.
Yeah.
Because he'll write it down. But I'll be scrutinising what he writes.
Yeah.
But it's like, can we not just trial the SDO left and right so we can sort of sell it? Like, what? As in, just how do you get it on the database? Well, we've got it in the Proforma already. We've got it in the Proforma, but that's not in the database. And if it goes in the database, we need to test it, which means we need to take 3 or 4 weeks to do it.
telling me to take it off at break even there. Funny. I don't know if we're going to run targets here. Yeah, it might just fall into chop because of the time. Look at the time, guys. Look at the time. I'm going to get out on my Apex, and I'm just going to let this one run that you can see on screen. So what's this? I don't know. It's like $5,000 or something on the Apex. I'll have to plug it into the calculator later. Just like a pop. I just like a pop to targets, you know. I'm just at this point. I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care if it gets stopped. So if I pull it there, if I want to pull it on that, yeah, 200. I may as well just try and get an extra 50 and just see if we can just run that target. We've done the pivot. It's done it at the right time. We've hit the level I wanted it to hit. The only thing that I do think about is we could double bottom this key level to go back long if it wanted it to. So you know what it's like at this time frame. You know we can do that. We can do that, can't we? We don't want to do that. I don't want to be around for it anyway. This will be me done. What a fucking belter of a day again. How big was your balls, Jamie? Did you get your 200 or nah? Oh, please tell me you're on, Jamie, and you've traded this. Going for another here.
First day in UK.
Shut the fuck up. Going for another here. Bought a little higher. Oh, bro. Not really. It's not a great time to be having a dodgy entry, which is why I took one off and didn't hold it, because I couldn't put my B. I knew that if I took one off, I could put this to B, because the second entry was really nice down here at the 62 of that range. It's just because, it's just in case of risk of that chop. That's all. What is going on? It's a delivery. I fully expect it to run targets, but I don't know how much messing around we're going to get. That's all. But yeah, I do expect it to run targets. John, the cheek of it as well, man, telling me to get out at break even. You're the riskiest person I know. Capital Preservation Pete. Oh, I wish Pete was on that. That should be Pete's name. I can't make a name for you with high risk firing from the hip. Yada yada. This what's annoying. Don't go into that chop. Don't go into that chop. Don't go into that chop. It's another way of playing this. You could leave this down here, have another add on this pink line, leave that and then leave everything as it is and sort of walk away. But let's do it now, dude. Push. Push, 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 push. Go on, follow through. Get that follow through. Oh yeah, there's another one, isn't there? Going alright, guys? Going pretty good. One thing you're right about though, John, it's not hit my target yet, has it? It's not hit, it's not around 730s yet. It's one of those trades where you're not going to love it until it's too late. If it goes, so it's going to consolidate, but when it goes, it's going to go, and then it's too late, and then you can't get in at the tops because you've got the 38 short, you've got the 730s, 38 there, you've got tops, 30s, and then targets. So it's not really one of those trades. It's kind of coming down. I probably shouldn't have my stop at break even. But I know at this time that it can mess around, and I don't want to put my stop all the way down here and walk away from it because I just won't be able to chill, regardless if it's only a $50 loss. I just don't like to do it. Now, very likely it will take me out and then it will rally. Very likely. But it just is what it is. I'm not too concerned now because I'm up. Doing here, how much does that gap go down? 631s. Shouldn't theoretically come below there. Now that isn't price as such. What I mean by that is it can go below and tag, but then it should rally the other way if that's what it's going to do. basically just shouldn't break the bottom, guys. Not for this hour anyway. Bouncing about that VWAP. It's got a break. It's got a break. Let's see if we can break. If I wasn't already up, I would be pulling this down, and I'd be entering. I'd have an ad here, and I'd be letting it work, and I'd just be putting in fucking hell. I would just be putting in another shift, just be putting in more work. But when I'm up, I don't need to. I'm totally flat. I am totally flat, aren't I, in the other accounts? Yeah, good. I'm not in on the others. They're up 232 times 20. $4,640. Ooh. 4,640. Add what I've got on here. 4,850. I'll get 5k if it does rally, but it's more than likely going to stop me, and I'm not going to give this any more room. Let me remind you why. Time frame, consolidation, before it goes. More often than not. More often than not, it will do that. It could even rally quite substantially a little bit and still not run targets, come all the way down. $25, $26. He's $600 away from the payout on the PA account. Done. So you know the only move that I'm looking at is this run. Don't get me wrong. Now it's come down to this level. It's probably likely gonna do that, and then if it hits there, it's gonna do that. Oh, fuck off. Same at the bottom there. Do that. Not necessarily run to targets, but just bounce. Come on. I like this. I just don't like the time frame. What are we saying? 80s, 60, 120. Then I need to get in the bottom. I don't know how long it's going to take. I said it would probably take me out and move up. That is your true double 62, that is. So like I said, it's probably going to stop and rally. Love to see this push. Oh, I want to get in on this now. I want to get in on this. Got my entry. Yeah, John. Yeah. I'm just going to try and go for probably $80. See how it reacts. Do you know what? That is actually a 50, isn't it? Didn't love it. Didn't love it. Shouldn't go on price, but there is where. Just keep holding this 62. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. You know what? I am going to high to low 50 traded. So I'm not. Don't mind 600s if we get it. The 78. I wouldn't mind entering here to back to the top, back to one of the VWAPs. And again, if I wasn't already up on them, I would take it. $600s will obviously give me a better risk to reward. I'll just be risking like $40 or $60. Crazy how it's holding on that 62 line. It's moving nicely short, that is. Tonight? Oh, I forgot all about that. It's just a break as well. gap filled. I'm going to take a little one here because the risk to reward is so low. I'm not going to go for the moon, but what I will be able to go for is just clicking me over into 300s. Go on, pop and what would get me there? There. Just filled that gap, so we've done. See that gap? No other candle aside of it? Holy shit. Shall we? Should we push it? Should we push it? Should we push it? I know I'm doing that now, so I may as well push it, hadn't I? Do we fall out of this chop now? What would that have been? It'd have been shy of what I wanted anyway. I want 83s just for a nice clean 300. There's no real trading science behind that. It's just me being a weirdo. It's just a really, really nice hold on that 78 and then reaction out. It's just as it got the continuation. Said I wanted it. I got in at 602s. But I don't want to give it another chance. It gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many frigging hits inside that 62. That I'd want one clean sweep of that 78 to push us long if that's what we're going to get. And it looks like we're going to get it. In fact, hold your horses. If we're long, it should run that. If we are long, it should run. If we are long, even if we are short to be honest, but especially if we're long, we should straight run it, tag it. If we're short strong, it kind of goes to the peripheral and then falls short, which is obviously not what you want. There's that 83 point. See how close it gets to it. If this is long all the way to targets, I'm telling you that this is like any other time frame, it'd have flown. It would have flown. I'm going to be annoyed at myself if I don't take this off now, so I may as well just preserve myself, and I. How do I? Yeah. Take that scalp. If it falls short, I'm gonna push it up. I'm not gonna leave it there then, because then that'll be structure in. I'm going for the straight reaction out here. I'm not. If it comes down and then goes back up, I'm pulling that. Best believe I'm pulling that right up. It didn't. But I love the look of this to continue higher. I really do. But look at that. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. 1 minute's the next one. 6, 7, 3s. Your 1 minute VWAP. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. hindsight's talking to us. Hold, 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 hold. In fact, if this is AMD, accumulation, manipulation into the 78 distribution, you better believe this is going to run negative 23s. This is going to get up there. Tap, tap, tap. No, 1 to the 78. Also, it's at AMD. Also, it's 3 o'clock. It's got so many things for me to say that it's going to continue long. But what I hate is the time frame. I'm just sticking around now to see if it does. See if it has any sort of continuation on the pump, or it's just going to continue that Mingin bear flag, which I don't bull flag, which I don't trade. You in that, Jamie? You in that, John? I didn't put my target on. Gotta put my target on. Oh, yo, what are you doing? Did I add on that? What we're saying, I need to figure out calculator. 233 times 20 plus 300. 5 grand. Beautiful. Topped it out there. Bit of AMD perfection, and the PA's making it 5k on the day. Let's go. I said this, I fucking said this. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. That is what that is. Amazing, amazing. So I know, so I'm just going to flash this one up on the screen. Majority of the 5k there on the apex. It's on the record. Okay. We're done, guys. There's nothing else to do. We are done. You guys in? You out? You done? Not surprised. Jamie, I don't know if you're about, but I'm out. We're out. We're done. All good. Catch you guys tomorrow.